How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And the Springboks are about to make history for the first time. The Barbarians, yes, the Barbarians are coming to South Africa. They're going to be playing the Springboks at the DHL Stadium on the 28th of June. Now, I do believe that this is the first time this has ever happened. And I'm not going to lie, I am really, really looking forward to this because we are going to be seeing some of the best talent around the world playing up against the Springboks. And I do believe this is going to be played just prior to I think it's the Argentina game. And what a way to begin their season, because the Springboks, we know that they're going to be coming in strong. This is going to be a really, really hard test for them. It's going to be also a good test to understand where they are, right? How the camps have how the camps have gone, what kind of players Rassi has in mind, if he might be wanting to test anybody out or anything like that. But we do know that there are going to be some serious elite players. Now, I don't know about you, but I cannot wait to see what kind of lineup is going to be for the Barbarians and what kind of lineup is going to be for the Springboks, because both teams, well, I say the Springboks, they have some serious talent. And could we potentially be seeing Lorenzo Julius make his mark, potentially start in the first game of the Springbok season? Who knows? But there's a lot of players for South Africa, younger players, that are really making a mark. They're playing very well in the URC. And especially with South Africa being an aging squad, the average age of the Springboks are around 30 years old. So you're looking at the likes of Ebenezer. You have Malcolm Marx, Bongi Mbinambi. The list just goes on, and they've got quite a few older players that some of them might not even get to the 2027 World Cup. And if they do, that's going to probably end up being their last World Cup that they're going to see because of their age. Right. So it's going to be interesting to see how Rassi is going to work this. Is he going to go a little bit more favoring the youth? Is he going to continue on with the more experienced players, in order to get the results? Right. But Rassi is a genius. He's a mastermind. We know how Rassi works. Rassi works in mysterious ways, and the ways that he works is genius. So it does seem like whatever he tries, his thought process normally tends to be right, which is why South Africa are currently number one in the world. They were only beaten, I think it was twice last year, which is something to say. In total, I believe it was Ireland, and then it was Argentina. But this is going to be interesting because this is potentially going to set up the Springboks. How are they going to start? What team they're going to choose? Because I'm pretty certain we are going to be seeing players like Ebenezer come back. They are trying to be a little bit more cautious with him, understandably, because of the concussion. But this will also give a lot of the younger players so much opportunity to step up, to set themselves in the spotlight, and to give Rassi reason. Right, that's the biggest thing. Get Rassi to turn his head. They're playing well in the URC. They're playing around all over the world. We've seen how Archie Snyman is playing for Leinster. The guy's an absolute monster. But what are they going to do to turn Rassi's head and say, you know what, I'm going to pick you over X, Y, and Z? Performances. These camps are going to be crucial because I'm pretty certain Rassi and his team are going to be analyzing literally every single aspect, from physicality, from fitness to mentality, right? How hard they work. And it's been stated quite often, you need to have a certain mentality to play for the Springboks. You need to have that kind of ride or die. You put everything, you give 100% on the pitch. You are willing to die. You're willing to have your face stepped on, your arm broken to get that ball. And we see it throughout the Springboks camp, right? We see it through the A team for the Springboks. They are all willing to lose an arm, lose lose a leg to get what they need, right? To give everything for the Springboks to get that win. So with the crop that's coming through, it's going to be interesting, right? So guys, make sure, don't miss it, because this is going to be a big, big game. It's going to be history. They're playing in Cape Town. The tickets are relatively cheap. I think it's around 250, 300 rands is going to be starting at. Obviously, we don't know how it's going to end up pricing, because obviously everybody's going to want tickets. And we all know the moment tickets sell out, they're going to go up 100, 200%. But yeah, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Tickets are going on sale 6th of May. I believe it's 9 a.m. South Africa time. And yeah, guys, I want to know what you think in relation to this. What what is your squad? I don't even know who I'd pick, because there are so many good players, but do you go for youth? Do you go for experience? Do you try to mingle a bit of both and have a bit of both on the bench? Obviously, the Barbarians, it's not like it's going to massively count towards anything, but it's going to be a good indicator for a lot of people to understand where Rusty's mind is at, right? And then that's going to potentially lead on into the next game, because having a good start and then going on into the rest of the season, it's going to be crucial. So I'd imagine South Africa are definitely going to want to go for a win. So he's going to play a couple big name stars, but how much of them are they going to play? And is Sasha going to get a start? Because we all know Sasha FM is one of the most elite players around it, and he has some of the he's one of the best, most talented players. You look at just his last couple of games, the guy is phenomenal. Whether he's making meters, whether he's doing the little back end pass, whether he's playing, like I say, this guy, you can let you do a backflip kick, get it cross field, get it back to him and score a try. So at this moment in time, Sasha is just playing on such, he's on another planet compared to all the other 10s in URC rugby, in Prem rugby, in bloody top 14, wherever it is. At this moment in time, with the performance that he's putting in, if you had to put Sasha in any team around the world, he would be starting. I want to hear what you guys think. So please, comment section below, like and subscribe as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.